We need the Archon to destroy Naya runes. Ladies and gentle mages, civilians across the multiverse, welcome back to another episode with ManaMan, and today we've got a juicer for you. We've got Saving Grace. Who is our Saving Grace? Well, I have this funny feeling that this card is going to be very, very good in this meta. I'm going to give this a try. We're going to run 4 of it because I want to see the maximum potential of this card. Archon of Emeria. It's going to be flying. Each player can't cast more than 1 spell each turn, and non-basic lands your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped. Now, not being able to cast more than 1 spell this turn is going to be so huge. There's 2 reasons, because Naya Ruins in best of 1 is an absolute force, and let's just face it, Naya Ruins is annoying. They storm so fast, so powerful, so crazy. If you can use Archon of Emeria, that just stops them dead in their tracks because they can only cast 1 spell per turn, which is literally just kind of insane in this format. So I think Archon of Emeria is very underplayed. And then there's also other matchups where it's just good too. So it's obviously a Naya Runes killer, but it also stops Mill. They can't use Galvanic Iteration and just start copying all their stuff, and they can't use a bunch of crap and the treasure thing, I forgot what it is, the 4-drop that makes treasure, you know what it is. But this is gonna stop Mill, it's gonna stop Ruins, it's gonna stop a bunch of different things, so that's really awesome. We have Archon of Emeria. We do have 4 Emeria's Call as well, so we got some Emeria flavor here. But enough about that. We got the Wandering Emperor. Wandering Emperor is really good here. I'm gonna run 4 because it's just always pretty good here, and it is worth noting that if you have an Archon and it's only 1 per turn, and that you can flash in the Wandering Emperor, and that's a different turn, so you can, you know, cast a little bit of a wing. If you got 5 land, you can cast a Hopeful Initiate and then go for Wandering Emperor the next turn. That's kind of a, you know, doesn't come up a whole lot, but it is worth noting that the flash is very relevant here. Obviously, we got the 1 Legion Angel, just because it's always best of 1. You always want to have Legion Angel in a white deck. Skyclave Apparition. Why Apparition over Brutal Cathar? I don't know. I feel like Brutal Cathar is not that great right now, because Skyclave Apparition, you don't get the ability back. So if Skyclave Apparition, you take away, you know, like a borrowed time. I don't even know anything. A Jukai Naturalist. I don't want to give them the same ability back. I'm okay with just giving you your beat stick back. If you get like a 3/3 vanilla, I don't care. So I think Skyclave Apparition a little bit better than Brutal Cathar right now. I just that's a hill I'm willing to die on. So 3 Elite Spellbinders. I don't know, 3 feels kind of awkward because we do have a lot of 3-drops here, but Elite Spellbinder is still just so good that we have to do it. Adversary, typically want to go for Adversary late game, but it's still really nice. I mean, what else to say about it? Luminarch Aspirant gets things bigger. Thalia taxes all of our opponent's cards. Usher the Fallen and Hopeful Initiate. Don't have to go back into all of these cards. These cards have been around here forever. It's a classic mono white shell here. Running 4 Cave of the Frost Dragons. Want to keep that aggression going. So, and we also got Eiganjo, Seed of the Empire, because why not? 2 of them cannot hurt. So this is pretty much the deck. We're gonna see if Archon of Emeria makes mono white more of a force in best of 1, and hopefully we can stop some Naya Ruins, maybe some Mill. Let's see what we got going on with it. Let's get ready to vanquish some enemies. Bazakwas, how we doing here? Let's go ahead and keep this pretty good hand here. I am going to, yeah, we're gonna like that. We're gonna do some damage here for sure. This is gonna be just like the classic mono white beatdown.
Power on.
What was that? This is gonna be the classic mono white beatdown. Nothing too fancy here. They're gonna go for Generous Visitor here. I hope that we can get into an Archon, because the Archon is going to be pretty much what we need. Obviously, we do have a Thalia, so I'm gonna drop the Thalia. We're gonna swing in first, obviously. Let's go ahead and take our damage. There's no way they block. The Thalia is so good against this deck because it taxes them on each aura that they want to play. I'm assuming it's going to be either if it's an enchantment or if they're the Rune deck. I'm assuming usually it's Rune. Rune is more popular than just standard Selesnya at this point. So, okay, but the nice thing is the Hopeful Initiate, excuse me, is going to be able to get rid of these enchantments long term. So, I'll go ahead and drop this. And I am actually going to swing in. They don't want to do any blocking. No way they do any blocking. They don't have any positive blocks. If they want to double block, really. I'm going to kill this Naturalist. As long as you can kill this Naturalist, I can't see how that's the best move for them. Okay, we're going to drop the Hopeful Initiate. And we want to go for Adversary. Yeah, we're gonna go for Adversary here. It's really close because we could drop Emeria's Call and then use Adversary to bump everything up, but I don't know. I think it's fine. Runge Force Champion, again, as long as we can keep taxing them with Thalia, So I feel a little bit dumb now. It probably would have been better to go for Adversary, but hindsight's always 20/20. What are you going to do? And here's our Archon. This is what we need for this matchup. The Archon is going to be gold. We need the Archon to destroy Naya runes. Let's go ahead and do this. Archon of Emeria. I'm actually going to drop this for the land so that we can get into Wandering Emperor a turn sooner. And do we want to swing with the Adversary? I think we do. I really think we do. And the Initiate, because this is going to be able to learn. They would have to trade their Visitor, and this would just bounce. So let's go ahead and do that. 2-3-3-1. Really? Really? You're going to give up your Visitor? I mean, that's... Okay. Yeah, I guess that's fine. I guess that's fine. So, as long as we have our Archon out here, they can only play one creature or one spell per turn. So, I don't know. I just don't see how that's going to work out for you. Now, we do have another Thalia. That sucks because we just... I think... I don't even know what I want to do here. Do I want to actually swing in with the Thalia just to kind of get the Runeforge off? But I'm actually just going to... Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. I know they have the Rune of Sustenance, but they actually trade this away. That's actually kind of interesting. The Thalia is like the biggest brick in all of Brickland, like the fattest brick you can ever think of, because it's just the only dead draw we have in our whole deck, and we get it. We're running 3, so really unfortunate, but they can only drop the Kami of Transients. I don't know if they, I'm sure they're aware, but now we finally get the Wandering Emperor. I think what I'm going to do is just swing in with this Archon. Because they can drop the Rune of Sustenance, but the thing is if we can just keep this Archon out, they can only play one per turn. They can't keep okay. Okay, so that is a ginormous problem. The borrowed time is going to take away our Archon, and they knew that they needed that, obviously, because that is going to be pretty much their win condition here. So I would assume that they use the Rune of Sustenance. They can now. They can use the Rune of Sustenance now, and they actually don't. That is really surprising. Yeah, let's go for the Wandering Emperor. Why not? We can still do it. So, come out, Wandering Emperor.
Feel the energy of battle, then guide. Let your blade do the talking.
Let your blade do the talking. Okay, so we're actually in a really rough spot here. This is not good. We can go for Thalia. I'm actually going to put this on you, because no first strike or anything, so I guess we'll put it on Thalia because we have another Thalia.
I have got new moves to teach you.
Let's swing in here. They go down to 9. Wandering Emperor is in trouble now. This is unfortunate because the borrowed time is pretty much going to be game. We have to get rid of the borrowed time and get back this Archon because now they get the Storm, and now it's unfortunate because as long as we don't have this Archon out, they're going to be able to play down their entire deck. And this is why they're so coveted, because they can just play, Rune of Sustenance. It does cost 1 more Thalia, but this Lifelink's going to be the end of us. I mean, it just is. We get them down to 9. Every time they swing in, they're going to be able to just, yeah. We need a Skyclave Apparition now. Like now. I mean, there's just nothing else to do. It's borrowed time or lose. So that's actually kind of interesting. They go down to there. That's actually kind of weird to me, because now we can go for Wandering Emperor for -2. We don't get our Skyclave Apparition. I mean, hey, it was worth asking for it, pleading to the magic gods. But now we're just gonna have to do this. We're gonna have to exile this Kami of Transients. Go up to 2. Yeah, we're just gonna have to drop the Cave of the Frost Dragon. I guess we'll wait. We'll swing in with the Thalia. They don't have any positive trades here. We're gonna have to do this. We're gonna have to pray that they don't have any more lifelink. The lifelink is the roughest thing here. And wow, they're gonna double block. I figured they would double block, but like, do we want to get rid of the Runeforge Champion or the Kami of Transients? I think we're gonna get rid of the Runeforge Champion because I don't want them to keep storming here. So I'm actually gonna get rid of the Runeforge. We're gonna lose our Thalia, but we've got another one anyway, so it is what it is. Let's drop our Thalia here. The Kami of Transients does come back. It is what it is. I mean, these things do come back. That's just what they do. Oh man, this is just not a good spot. So Showdown of the Scalds, they're going to be able to do the thing. Okay. Let's see what they got here. So they do get into a Jukai Naturalist, but have they dropped their land yet? I actually don't even remember. So We could actually double... No, we can't. That'd be terrible. If we double blocked here... No, that's not a good spot. We were going to say no.
I'll be back.
I hope you'll be back. We need you. So, Generous Visitor. Okay, we do get an Intrepid Adversary. That is going to be pretty awesome here. So, we can drop this for a lot. We can do a lot of damage. If they don't have Lifelink, Lifelink is going to be what kills us. We're going to drop this right now and just bump us up. Auto pay. I miscounted here, so they're going to give us a nice... there's probably... Nice... I've been playing this long enough to know that nice usually means nice try. So, but here's the thing. If they cannot give Lifelink, Lifelink is going to be what gives them the win condition. Kamigawa Transience is okay. Like I said, as long as they don't have Rune of Sustenance. They can do whatever they want unless they have Rune of Sustenance. They can make this thing as big as they want. They can't do lethal. And we will be able to have lethal with Cave of the Frost Dragon just with 5. So, okay. Is this going to be... Hold on. Okay, so this is going to get... These are going to get huge now. Machiko is still better than Rune of Sustenance. I want to see how big this thing can get. So, 13-13, that's just not going to be enough. I'm going to let that go. I mean, we have... Again, as long as they don't have Lifelink, that's fine. Are they tapped out? I mean, we have Cave of the Frost Dragon. This alone should be enough to win. This has Lifelink, so I don't want to swing in with anything. We're just going to do this. No Lifelink, no problem. And we take it. Let's go. Remember to subscribe to the channel for more Magic deck videos every single day. Well, Kabi, how are we doing here? Let's go ahead and keep this. This is close. This is close. We are on the play. This is a really slow hand. We're gonna try it out. We've got the Archon of Emeria, so I guess we'll go. We have the call and the Archon, so we'll go ahead and just try it out. See what we got going on here. Because we're on the play, we can afford to be like a little bit slower. But Cave of the Frost Dragon, okie dokie. So probably going against mono red. This Rakdos symbol was it was a slide trap, and we fell for it. Not gonna lie. But let's go for Intrepid Adversary. Pretty good here. Obviously, I only run 3 because you want to typically have the adversary late game. But right now, it's still a 3-1 beater with Lifelink, which still can get the job done, especially versus another aggro deck here. So Thalia. So we're going to see just how good this Archon is. I'm going to actually just be able to drop this Archon. The adversary is no good here, unfortunately. The best thing we can do, I think, is just going to be to drop the Archon here. We're going to see right away if this is any good. Now we can only play 1 per turn, but the key here is that Wandering Emperor can be played with Flash, so I think it's pretty good here. So Luminarch Aspirant, this is unfortunate because now we'd have to trade our Emeria, sorry. So now what do we want to do? This Emeria's call is going to be like light years away from being able to get played, so we want to just play our strongest thing. I'm just going to go for the Elite Spellbinder. Let's see what we can take out of this hand. Oh, they are also reading the Archon of the... What is going on? I guess this is a popular choice. I thought I was being contrarian. Let's go ahead and take away the Wandering Emperor for sure. And yeah, at this point, I mean, I'm just going to drop this enters tapped. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. I think we can be a little bit of aggressive here. I'm going to swing in, start doing damage up in the air because they cannot. But that's interesting that they are deciding to run the Archon. I thought I was being contrarian. Maybe it's just more popular now. Because of that ruins, Naya ruins are everywhere, and that kind of shuts them down because they can't really storm the battlefield anymore. Also shuts out mill as well because they can't use like the galvanic iterations and whatnot. So now what is really unfortunate, they actually placed the Archon of Emeria. That is really weird to me because I would have figured they would use the Brutal Cathar on something, but I guess not. Okay. Either way, we are going to be able to get into a Luminarch Aspirant as well. So this is interesting here. So they're going to swing with their Thalia. Okay, well, 17-18 we go. We got another Emeria's Call. We can actually go for Wandering Emperor at this point. Do we want to go for Wandering Emperor with the call? Or do we want to just go for Aspirant and start juicing up our Spellbinder? That is interesting. I'm actually... can we win an offensive battle here? I think we have to kind of go defensive. I am actually going to... oh, God. We actually can't because they have the Archon anyway, so it's just going to enter tapped, and we're just going to go for the Luminarch Aspirant, and we're going to juice this up. I think what I want to do is just get this life gain going. So now that we can't use this to block with Thalia, but now we don't have to worry about the Thalia, now we can swing in with the Adversary here and just get the life link. I don't think they want to trade their Archon, and their Aspirant obviously can't. So I think the life, yeah, so we go to 14 to 21. I think that was pretty good here. So unless they, unfortunately for us, they do have a Plains, but their Wandering Emperor has been spellbound, so they cannot get into it right now. Oh, this is kind of an interesting spot. They're gonna keep getting bigger with the Aspirants. I don't know if they want to swing in again because again, this Adversary with the lifelink is going to make us win these trades just because our life's just gonna go higher than theirs. So they're gonna they have their own adversary. This is literally just the biggest mirror match in all of Mirrorville. Like, what is going on? So they have their own adversary. They're gonna put it on the Archon. That is, I don't want to say it's fine. It's definitely not. We can't even get tricky here. We can't get tricky and like quadruple block or anything. Quadruple, triple block or anything. Nope. Nope, that's a firm no. We're just going to go ahead and let that go through. Very unfortunate here. Here's the interesting thing. We can go ahead and give the Aspirant to the Adversary, make it a 5-2, and we can flash in the Wandering Emperor and give it first strike if they want to get cute with this Archon. So that is what I'm going to do. Let's go ahead and put this on the Adversary. I'm going to swing with the Adversary. That is our key to victory here. And if they want to block with the Archon, okay, let's go for Wandering Emperor, baby. Let's get it going. We're going to give ourselves first strike here.
Now you've done it.
Now you've done it.
I have got new moves to teach you.
New moves. You can teach an old Emperor new tricks, I suppose. So that is going to be really nice. Now, I know the Brule Cathar, they still have it. So obviously the Brule Cathar is going to be able to womp us. That sucks. But now they don't have anything in the air. And the Wandering Emperor, their Wandering Emperor still costs 7. So let's see what they want to do here. This is sticky. This is sticky as sticky can get. Thalia's going to go to a 5-4. This thing is just problematic. I think we're just going to let this thing go. Because I think our damage all comes from the air. Gosh, that's brutal though. I guess we could trade with the Aspirant and keep our Wandering Emperor. But like, I don't know. Like, I guess we're going to do this. The Wandering Emperor can also give us a 1-1 counter every turn too, so... And now we get our Skyclave Apparition. Oh, this is going to be beautiful. We're going to take away that stupid Cathar. Take away that little Cathar here. And our yes, and we take it. Let's go. EDA. How are we doing here? This is a pretty good hand. I'm definitely going to be keeping this sucker. Let's see what we got going on here. Another Cave of the Frost Dragon. Oh my goodness. Is this another mirror match? We've been going so hard on these mirror matches lately. I guess we'll go for Usher of the Fallen. I think if we can go for Usher of the Fallen and trade here, that would be a little bit better than just bouncing off the Hopeful Initiate. I want to get rid of theirs because we're on defense. I think it's a little bit more important to pose an actual threat to trade, and that is going to work out for us. So this is kind of unfortunate, but I want to get both Initiate outs here. We could go for the Aspirant and just go aggro. I actually don't think I want to do that. We could go for double Initiate and then just start training. I guess it doesn't feel amazing because we could do double training here, but I think it's just a little bit too tempting to go on the offensive here. I think we're just gonna go ahead and do this. I don't know. Is that the right move? We can either take. Yeah, I mean, we go down to 17 and 20, and now we're in the offensive driver's seat. I guess that's better than going double Initiate. So, okay, so the Elite Spellbinder comes out. I'm sure they're going to take away our Emperor. The Emperor is going to be very problematic here. If they did not, I would be very shocked. So our Wandering Emperor goes bye-bye, but that's kind of still okay. I mean, they still are sitting on a Spellbinder. Get another Emeria's Call. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Let's go ahead and drop... well, we're going to drop the Initiates. That is for sure. How do I want to do this? I want to give the Aspirants up to a 2-2 so that we can at least trade with the Spellbinder if they want to do that. I think I'm going to do it. If they want to trade the Spellbinder with the Aspirant, I think that's going to be something we're going to have to just be okay with. Again, we've already committed to being aggressive. I'm okay with that. So our Usher is going to live, but they have to trade the Spellbinder. I think we're just gonna have to be okay with that. We take him down to 14. We're gonna get 2 hopeful initiates here, and I think I'm gonna wanna put this in tapped. I mean, we could go for the planes here, but this is gonna come in so far. I think we'll just kind of hedge our bets here and do one of these here. That might be the wrong move. I don't know. We'll see. Brutal Cathar. So that is brutal. Definitely brutal. We're gonna lose our pumped up Usher of the Fallen. We'll get another one here, but that's still pretty weak sauce. We can't really swing in or anything. So gonna play this. Don't want this to go nighttime, and we're gonna pass the turn. So that's unfortunate. Still 14 to 20, and we've lost our offensive edge here a little bit. If they have like another source of removal, we're not going to be able to get into the Wandering Emperor for quite some time. So are they going to make it go nighttime? They are going to make it go nighttime. That is not great. So now that we have to play around that, there's just nothing we can do. There's just really nothing. We can go for Thalia. I mean, it still won't go daytime unless we play 2 creatures. We can't swing in. We can't swing in, even if we train, like, it doesn't matter. This Moonrage Brute's just gonna pick us off, so we're just gonna have to end the turn. It's gonna have to end the turn. Hopefully we can get into like a Skyclave Apparition or some sort of removal. It is tempting to go for Amira's Call just to get into this Wandering Emperor a turn sooner, but ooh, and we can kiss the Emperor goodbye. Wow. Okay. So this is gonna go daytime, and they're gonna snatch away another source from us. Not good. We're going to need a Skyclave Apparition. That's to get rid of this Brutal Cathar. I mean, that's like our only move here. They're going to take away, I would assume, our Thalia. I would assume. Yeah, take away our Thalia. And we're just in La La Land. We do get an Archon, but the Archon would have been nice a couple turns ago. We're just going to play our Archon here. The Mirror's Call, we're just going to enter it tap. Maybe we can get to the Wandering Emperor like in like 9 more turns. That would be kind of cool, but I'm not holding my breath here. Definitely not holding my breath. The only good thing about this is I think the Brutal Cathar, they're gonna have to take a while to storm up into some more spells to be able to cast 2 in 1 turn. So if they do go nighttime, it'll probably be okay. So they're gonna swing in with Redain. I'm thinking I kind of want to take the damage here, and then we can just trade this Hopeful Initiate. So they can only do 2 damage. So whatever 2 they want. Whatever 2 you want, hey, take your pick. Take your pick. I want this thing dead. We will only lose 1 of our creatures here. So, take whichever one you want. You can take Initiate, you can take an Usher of the Fallen. I just want this thing dead. We could have also used, I guess we could have used Emeria to block off the Redain and then still done the same thing. 1, 2, yeah, we could have done that. I'm a little bit nervous about some sort of, you know, maybe the Seed of Eiganjo or something. So just a Valorous Stance. Okay. We still only lose 1, so it's still a 1-for-1, so it's not really like the end of the world. Now this card's kind of the end of the world. This isn't good. We're gonna have to drop it. Still just not doing too hot. Still just not doing too hot. We can actually swing in and then give this. Do we want to start training here? They don't really have any positive matchups, and this is just gonna bounce. So I think we're gonna have to be a little risky here because we gotta do something. The Thalia can't do any sort of positive blocks. Now I know that their Initiate can't do this either because they only have creatures with 2 power. So their Hopeful Initiate's not even gonna be able to train. So I think this is probably the best move. Probably should have waited to drop the Archon, but it's just not that big of a deal. We still are ahead in the life total, and they are not going to be able to go Knight, so they're just probably going to, I would assume they're just going to bounce this and go down to 10. I mean, that's not terrible. That's not terrible. They can still go Cave of the Frost Dragon, or they can, see, the Cave of the Frost Dragon is a problem. If we can get rid of this Brutal Cathar, that's our key to win here. They're going to go for the Protector Shield. That is a nightmare. That is an absolute nightmare because now all of our things do 1 less. We're going to have to kill that with the Hopeful Initiate 110%. So, okay. If we use Hopeful Initiate, we can pop away this Protector Shield. We can still pay the 1, right? Because we won't be able to go into Thalia if we use the Hopeful Initiate to kill the shield. Okay, I think I'm gonna do this now. Let's just go ahead and do this now. Take away these 1 counters, submit, and then we can still go for Thalia. Okay, so because technically this was what? This is not a spell, it was the ability? I thought it would have came up, but I guess not. I'm a silly person. So we can go for Thalia, and I guess we can actually swing with both of our Archons here. They don't have any positive trades, so we can just be aggressive here. Yeah, let's go ahead and swing in. I don't think so, right? These will be able to learn, and they can only bounce with the Redain. So they can only bounce with the Redain. They can bounce with the Initiate. But they're gonna at least take 2 damage here. So, okay. So they're gonna lose their Thalia here, though. So they go down to 4. They lost their Thalia. Maybe that helps them out. I don't really know. Either way, I'm gonna drop my Thalia. And I don't know. I mean, if we get another land, if I don't know, like, we do get another land. This is really good. This is really good here. I think we just, like, I mean, okay, so they can go for Cave of the Frost Dragon. Here's where it gets sticky. Do I want to use the Eiganjo for this Moonrage Brute? We already have a Thalia, though, so, like, I don't know if that's going to really help out. If we go for Cave of the Frost Dragon, they can block off one of our Archons. I think that's our key to victory here. I'm going to drop this. Just go for Cave of the Frost Dragon. Right? They can still have their own Cave of the Frost Dragon. I'm swinging in with these two. Okay, so if they use Cave of the Frost Dragon and block our Archon, this can block here and they'll be down to 1 life. I can't swing on the bottom here. This Hopeful Initiate. I actually can't swing with this Hopeful Initiate because the Cave of the Frost Dragon will be able to learn. And then Thalia. I'm trying to think here. So Thalia is just kind of a sitting duck. They could block here, and that's kind of the same thing if they go for the Cave of the Frost Dragon. So we're gonna go for Hopeful Initiate, and we're gonna keep the Thalia back. I don't think that, because we can't push for lethal. We can't push for lethal either way. So Thalia is just gonna hold back here. Now we got a 3/4, 3/4, 2 and 2 3s. Yes, they're gonna go for Cave of the Frost Dragon. They can pick off one of our Archons here, which they may do. They are going to do that. And then they're going to use Redain to bounce the Archon. And then they still have to worry about this Hopeful Initiate, though. So they're going to trade with they're going to kill the Hopeful Initiate, go down to 1, and I think that's a good trade here. I think that is. If they can't play 2 more creatures, they won't be able to get anything else with this Moonrage Brute. I think we're sitting pretty good here. We've still got an Archon in the air. We've got more creatures as well. So, I mean, I'm feeling pretty good here. This probably is game, no? I mean, let's go for Cave of the Frost Dragon again. Let's just rear up and do it. We can only play 1 creature or a turn anyway with the Archon, so I'm actually just going to swing all. I don't see... Do they have... They're just going to go for Cave of the Frost Dragon. Okay, like, what's the worst case scenario? We just have to do 1 damage here. This is a game here. I mean, they don't have lifelink or anything. As long as 1 gets through, that's it. We take it. We take it. Let's go. So we're back here at the Hideout with the post-game wrap, and I definitely just gotta say this deck performed very, very well. I think that Archon is definitely a go. I think typically, I don't know, maybe you might not want to run 4. I ran 4 of it just because for content's sake, I want to really like see what is going on here. But as this kind of proved to be the saving grace. I mean, again, they have Naya Ruins or Mill, they have to get rid of this card, otherwise it's an insta 3-drop win condition. Anytime that you can have a 3-drop win condition, I mean, hey, I don't know. I mean, that's a little bit stretchy to call it a 3-drop win condition, but it basically is. Like, they have to get rid of it immediately or it is. So I actually love this. So far, Archon was our saving grace. I think it is very worthy of the title, and I don't know, I think this is pretty well optimized. A lot of people say, well, maybe you should go like 2 Apparitions, 2 Brutal Cathars, just to kind of hedge your bets, which one would be better in certain situations. That's fine. I still think Apparition is a little bit better, like 95% of the time, so it is what it is. But go ahead and leave me a like. The button looks just like this. Go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, do whatever you gotta do. Just tell me how ugly I am in the comments. Just do whatever you gotta do, because it really helps out the channel, and I really appreciate all of you. But until then, I will see you on the next episode. ManaMan out.